And the timer has started. That means we are live. Good morning, guys. What's going on? We have one person missing today.
It's not actually missing, but it's on a strike because I'm really disappointed, super disappointed.
Oh man,
what my guys did last Tuesday. I still don't recover. And I know that you are gonna tease me for the whole episode, but I'm gonna resist.
No, we're not gonna do that.
But
you think that we're gonna do that?
You see, I don't want to see the guys crying. I don't want to show me crying doing this podcast. So that's why I'm on a strike. I'm super disappointed. Disappointed. This morning is going to be like, yeah.
I would say historical event. The Cult of Calcio Bar Sport. Paolo, our resident Juventus supporter.
What are you wearing, Matteo? What's that?
Oh, you know what guys I'm wearing. It's a small tribute, It's a small tribute to Porto, who created the upset of the week, let's be frank, in Champions League by, making our dear Juventus friend moving out of the top European competition. So sorry about that.
I hope from the world they are gonna move out. I'm actually not gonna blame anyone in particular. Like saying, I've heard things, really ridiculous things this week, like people blaming Ronaldo because Ronaldo is gone. Ronaldo, like blaming only him because we lost. But the same guys that are doing this are the same guys that were thinking that we could win the Champions League only because we have Ronaldo.
Yeah.
So,
and you can't.
And you can, You play 11. You play 11 people.
Sorry.
That was crazy.
So how many years are you guys?
Only Ronaldo.
So Paolo, before just one question, but don't answer. You will answer later. How many years you're now winning a Champions League?
25.
So let's go ahead.
We should put a counter.
Yeah.
I think it's like I would say when you get married, like after 25 years, I think it's like the silver
bridal. Yeah.
Silver bridal, yeah, something like that. So we should get like some more stars on that, on the shirt that I'm showing right now.
Wow! So many Juve generations don't know what actually means to win a Champions League.
I think that I'm gonna maybe also in the future. If that's the approach, so many future generations are not gonna have the celebration time that I had when I was back in 1996. Yeah. I was only 13, not even 13 years old back then.
Wow.
Yeah, I was a kid.
Well, guys, there's going to be a lot to talk about, especially about what happened on Tuesday night.
We can also skip it.
We can skip it.
Yeah, let's skip it. I'm waiting for it.
Here's what we can do, and then we're going to go into the agenda that Diego will introduce to us. We should put a counter, like a live counter, days since Juventus won the last Champions League, and we're going to refresh it every week. And then we'll see when we're going to bring it to 0.
Yeah, please put it on your library.
Yes.
Put it there on your library.
No. Let's look at the positive side of it. It's another year.
Side here.
Also, this year you will win the Champions League next year. So that's the positive thing. So your constant and continuity is good. It will bring,
I think that we are really the best suppliers for good mood in other teams. So they don't have anything to be happy about. So we are giving them reason to smile. So I think that that's just charity, guys. That's just charity.
So we have some viewer asking, where is the guy from Juventus? Where is the Juventus supporter?
He's missing you.
I'm on a strike,
we have
guys.
that. They are asking us.
I'm sorry. Radio move, like the good old times.
Yeah. So let's say that it's a strike. There is a strike from Juventus supporters. I'm going to translate that into Italian a little bit. So Juventus supporter sono in sciopero. And that's due to Champions League.
Yes.
Congratulations. You won, guys. You won. Yeah.
We won. We won. On Tuesday night, we won. Not in a good way, but not enough, but we won.
Yeah, you won.
Technically, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go with the agenda. And it's better than.
Let's switch the topic.
Yeah. So we do have your momentum.
My moment, yeah.
Your momentum. So let's go with that.
Okay,
I'm really curious
it's time for our trip down memory lane. We're going to be looking at a historical Serie A side. And guys, this one is difficult. I'm telling you, this is probably the most difficult one that we proposed so far in our Bear Sport. The people who are watching this, they're going to find this also on our Facebook, of course, on the Cult of Calcio website. They're going to find it on Facebook, on Twitter, and all our social media. So, drum roll for this week's mysterious team of the week.
Oh, I already know that.
I love it. I love it.
Can I try?
I think I'm underestimating you guys.
No,
yes, you
seriously.
are.
This is I think
this is
90s with a big N with a big 9 as well.
And this is the land of fantastic risotto, one of the best food in Italy.
I think that's one of the best part indeed of best food in the northern Italy, I would say.
Yeah, I see.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, exception for Bologna, of course.
Carlos, I don't know if
Carlos,
you know.
What do you say? Does this team ring a bell to you?
Woof. No.
Whoa.
You said from the north.
It's from the north.
From the north.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I need one tip. It's been a long time they haven't been in Serie A, right?
It's quite some time. I think it's more than 20 years.
Whoa.
Unfortunately for them.
Maybe 30.
I'm gonna say one name, but I think this one is almost impossible.
Maybe 30, you're right, Paolo, yes.
For an expat like me, I think it's impossible to guess this right.
Try.
Like Vicenza? I have no idea.
Actually, that one is not
it could have been. I mean, the stripes could have disguised.
The stripes are red and
Wow, I just recognized the goalkeeper.
I
just realized who is the goalkeeper. Wow. You guys are old. You're really old if you remember that.
And there's a guy that looks like Di Battista in the lower part. The second one.
The second one with the ball. Yeah.
This team is from the same. It's from the same time that when Juve won the Champions League last time.
No, it's
even slightly earlier.
Could it be? Maybe it was the last season that they were in Serie A before being relegated. I honestly cannot remember. This lineup is from a few years earlier than that.
I think it's 92-93, this one, right?
It's even earlier, actually.
91?
89-90.
89. So
89,
I can see.
90.
Okay, so I think, can I say the name of the goalkeeper?
Yeah, let's go with the solution, and of course, the goalkeeper also, which is a big name, right?
I think it's. No, I don't know. I'm not sure, but I think it's Rampulla, isn't it? Rampulla?
It's Rampulla, yes. Michelangelo Rampulla. Paolo, what do you have to say about this guy?
He won the Champions League, maybe.
Indeed.
As a second goalkeeper behind the Peruzzi.
Yeah.
And actually, he was the guy that scored the goal as a goalkeeper with Cremonese jersey.
With Cremonese. Yeah, the mysterious team is Cremonese, of course.
And that's Moriero, by the way, close to him, right?
Who, sorry?
Moriero? Is Moriero?
No, it's not Moriero. This guy's called Gualco.
Gualco, okay.
But yeah, of course, the big name in the team was Michelangelo Rampulla. As Paolo said, he became famous for being probably the first Serie A goalkeeper to score a goal against Atalanta, a last-minute goal. Who else do you have? I mean, there's a couple of players who would make a...
The Zotti,
yeah. De Zotti was
the striker. Is Argentina? Is Maradona?
Correct.
You see,
Correct.
Paolo Maradona always comes back to us. It's a really good Maradona friend.
He found a way to throw Maradona in. Yeah. And then this guy is also relatively. He had a nice Serie A career as Marco Ferrante.
Oh, Ferrante, okay.
Yeah, very, very young Marco Ferrante.
Okay, and. Well, we should have.
Sorry, not Ferrante, Maspero. I'm sorry, Riccardo Maspero.
Oh, Maspero. Okay.
Yeah, Maspero, not Ferrante.
Moriero. I the wrong last name. Sorry.
That one, I think, because Matteo, the one you were mentioning, I think is Marcolin, isn't it? Marcolin?
Marcolin, yes, Marcolin. And then you had Favalli, who would have a nice career also at Lazio. This guy in the middle, his name was is Valerio Piccioni, and he was a peculiar character because of his hair and his beard and his black mustache. So pretty 80s figure, I would say, straight from the 80s.
Nice.
But yeah,
there's also Favalli there. There should be somewhere.
Yeah,
there should also be Favalli. And I was trying to understand, when did Pietro Vercoud play for Cremonese?
I don't know, honestly. I think maybe very early in his career.
Yeah.
Surely not in the latest years, but yeah, perhaps earlier.
I really want to know because
you can Google that, Diego.
I am. I'm trying understanding.
So that's for our today's quiz.
I actually have a bad news for you.
It never played for Cremonese.
It never played for Cremonese. Okay.
Never. No. Maybe it was Vialli. I remember someone from Juventus.
Gianluca Vialli started his career in Cremonese. That is correct. But that was way before and when they were probably still in Serie B. So that was our tribute to Cremonese today. But you guys are better than I expected. So I need to find something more difficult for you next week.
Yeah.
And for our readers. So guys,
try some old squad from Porto. Maybe we can.
Maybe that will be more recognizable.
Well,
all right. You know what? I'm gonna be kind. I took this off because
because it's actually impolite to have hats indoors.
Wear a cap. Wow. In the meantime, we can throw some darts at that jersey that we see on your screen.
Yeah. And let me also, since we are talking about the 80s, the end of the 80s, I would like to introduce this jersey.
This one is beautiful. Wow, guys. Yeah.
This is Aci Paluani. Be careful. He's a Chievo Verona. Back in time was with Paluani. And I support Napoli, but this is like a team, one of the two teams from Verona, from my hometown. And this is given to us from our sponsor, Spensley. And I really like it.
I'm buying it. Send me the link. Where can I buy it? I want to buy it.
Or you can just send an email to me, like info@caltocalcio.com, and I will provide you the information to buy it.
I don't trust you. If I click there, you'll send me a Maradona jersey. I want this one.
I will probably send Barcelona. I will probably send Barcelona jersey. Yeah. But if you want more information, sorry, Matteo, say that.
Yeah, I was saying, no, go ahead, and then I have a question on the jersey because it's very cool indeed. But
so I was just saying, if you want more information about how to buy this kind of jersey, just email us at info@caltocalcio.com, and we'll provide all the information for that.
Awesome, guys. We are into e-commerce. How exciting does it feel?
A lot. A lot, yes.
Hey, which season is that jersey from? Because I never saw Chievo wearing a green jersey.
That's a wonderful year for Italian football because it's 1982.
Okay.
And that's 1982. So pretty long time ago. It's 39 years ago. Wow. It feels like that's my age, actually. That's my age. So
the World Cup in Spain, the World Cup you guys won in Spain without winning a single game in the group stage. That's historic.
Yes.
You make it through without winning a single game in the group stage. People still talk about that.
Indeed.
Only Italy can do that. With 3 points, go to the next.
Well, only Italy can do that, but we generally win then, right?
Yeah, no, but that's what I mean. Only which other team became world champion with 3 points in the first group stage.
However, I mean, after that, we won the World Cup by beating Brazil, Argentina, Poland, which was a powerhouse back in the days, and Germany. So, I mean, what else can you say?
Okay, the million dollar question. What was the World Cup in Spain that year? What was the symbol that became so popular? Even nowadays, they still make T-shirts with this. The puppets of the World Cup. Do you remember?
Yeah, of course. I mean, Tardelli's shout after scoring the second goal.
Yeah. No. I'm talking about the. You always make like the puppet before the tournament, like an
the
advertisement.
mascot.
The mascot.
Yeah.
So do you know which one is it? No.
I
No,
can't remember.
I only remember Ciao, which is the Italy Cup, Italiano Manta. It's the only
Can you
one I
show it to
remember.
us? Can you show it to us, Carlos?
Yes, I'm showing right now. Let me show you. Here we go.
And why our guy from Barcelona, sorry, for Real Madrid, is about to pick this wonderful. Carlos, you're like in front of Santiago Bernabeu or the Camp Nou. You live in the Camp Nou, right?
Naranjito.
Oh, yeah, the orange one. Yeah.
How is that called?
Naranjito.
Naranjito.
Became a symbol because Spain is one of the biggest producers of oranges in the world, so they made it.
Sorry,
Fair enough,
Carlos, for
fair
this.
enough.
Sorry, Carlos, for this, but this is really the ugliest puppet that I have seen.
There it is. No. But guys, moving on. We have a lot to talk about, and there is like something really big with the jersey wear by Carlos. Let's go after Napoli, Milan, Napoli. For me, is not a really big game.
Of course.
But I would like to know, Carlos. So moving on, Serie A. Let me show the standing, how it's going. I would like to talk about Inter. Are they really gonna win?
Oof, I think easy peasy. I think
Easy peasy.
next month, end of April, we are lifting the cup already.
Wow.
So I think honestly, not because I see Inter way in a good shape, but they're winning the difficult games. Those kind of games that you win 1-0, that you get back from behind, and then the other teams, I don't see anybody. Honestly, Milan and Juve would probably be the only two teams who could take them. I don't see any of the two in a very good shape. So it's more because of the bad situation of Milan and Juve than of the very good shape from Inter. Honestly, that's what I feel, and I don't see how, because right now it's exactly 6 points, right? And
it is.
How to lose 6 points gap? It could happen, and it happened before. But honestly, I don't see Milan and Juve winning all the games till the end. So
Especially Juve, I will say.
Well, not only, but yeah, Carlos, I have to agree with you. Unfortunately, my stand has not changed in 1 week, despite Milan had 2 very games in Serie A in a Europa League. But I think it's like you said, Inter, they have learned how to win the key matches. The one with the smaller teams, the one where the pressure is on you, they are performing and they are winning them, and that's how you win a Scudetto. Usually, you make the points also with the smaller teams.
And in addition to that, I would say that Inter has the squad now, using even Alexis got involved, 20 players,
Eriksen,
21.
yeah.
But Milan has only Milan even in Juve has 12, 13 players. With 12, 13 players, you cannot win the league. You need more. You need 16, 17 really involved. And I think Inter has the longer squad at the bench, honestly. So I don't know if you guys agree on that. But
We disagree on this because Juventus, I think that they have good, I would say, individualities to do the turnover, at least on the paper. But I don't think that this is like a reason why we could get back to Inter. I think that the real clash here is between Inter and Milan. It's going
For
to be
the
that.
second slot.
It's still
Right.
okay. Well, let's also look at the trend of the last 5 games. So Inter lost one. Inter, like Atalanta. Sorry, Atalanta lost 1 game against Inter, and Atalanta after Inter is the one having the most positive trend. There are 10 points difference between Inter and Atalanta. The rest, you can see Milan, they have a really big game against Napoli, but Milan and Juventus, they're not getting, they're not continuing. They're stopping, losing, drawing. It's not, continuity is not there. Continuity is so far there only for Inter. I really hope they will not.
This is the season of change. I was reading now, comparing globally the leagues. So all the teams that I'm expecting to win the league, at least in the let's say the biggest leagues in Europe, are teams who haven't won the league in the last 8 or 9 seasons. So in Italy, I think it's going to be Inter. In Scotland, after so many years, Glasgow Rangers won the title last weekend.
Yeah.
In Portugal, it's going to be Sporting Lisbon, probably. They have a huge gap. They haven't won the league for so many seasons. And in Spain, it's probably going to be Atletico Madrid. So I see the change of trend. And in France, Lille is still holding PSG. I don't think they will resist till the end, but I see a change of trend completely. Those teams who are not even the second team of the league. It's usually the third team of the league who's lifting the title. So I think which is cool. It's cool for football, right? To see this.
What would be the cause? What would be the cause of this? That's the interesting point. Like, what made this change? Like, what was the root cause of this change? Because they are training like the others. They are, or maybe it's just the end of the cycle.
The end of the cycle, yeah, I would say. At least, I mean, if we stick to Italy, guys, for Juventus, it's really the end of the cycle, right? And perhaps they're doing it consciously because putting Pirlo on the bench, of course, they were expecting that this could happen, that Juventus were not being top of the league, etc. They could not expect what was going to happen in Champions League, but that's not the story. But domestically, I think they were expecting that at some point, the cycle would come to an end and they would need to rebuild.
For that.
Yeah. But that's physiological in every big team. I mean, especially when you win, at least domestically, a lot of time, and you basically dominate the league for that much time. It's physiological. It's like almost a law, like the green numbers law, that sometimes you go back down and you leave room for the others. That's normal, guys. It's pretty normal.
I guess that's the same that is happening to both Real and Barca in Spain, Carlos, right? They are at the end of their cycle. They're trying to rebuild. But of course, you need to expect 1 or 2 seasons of disappointing results.
And the rebuilding is very, very deep. I mean, in Barcelona, they just had the elections for president last weekend, and the famous Joan Laporta won the elections, came back. So he's the guy who brought Ronaldinho to the team and Samuel Eto'o, and they started this trend, let's say, of winning Champions League. So people are having some hope. But he was very honest during the debates of the election, saying, "Listen, guys, don't expect any miracles. Don't expect any big signing of players because there is zero money. There is no cash at all. So the rebuild has to be completely like the same way Guardiola did. Start taking players from the young team and hoping. Of course, it's not going to be a generation like Xavi and Iniesta, but still, you have to give the chance to those players to try to rebuild because there is no money at all. So we cannot expect any big transfer this summer. Eventually, some transfers will happen from players who end contracts. For example, David Alaba in Bayern Munich is expecting to come to Real Madrid. That I think that's going to happen. It's going to happen because it's for free. There is no transfer fee. So this is how modern football is going to be. There is no. And why Neymar renew the contract with PSG? Because he knows there is not a single team in the world who can afford that. Not a single team. Not even, I was going to say maybe Manchester City, but that's it. There's only two teams who are going to play this kind of salaries. So
for them, salaries is a big deal.
Which honestly, I think is good for football. I think it's going to equalize football much more. So I'm hoping.
Do you think so? Do you think it's going to equalize football?
I think it's going to equalize because, I mean, only those 2 teams can hold on to the crisis because their money is coming from Abu Dhabi and Qatar. So it's as simple as that. Because if you have a whole country behind providing money and you are basically the money is coming from natural gas and oil and energy, you're not really affected yet by the crisis. But eventually, the rest of the teams who are, for example, Barcelona and Madrid, right? Usually, those are 2 teams who are always in the top 5 of biggest budgets in the world. They are not anymore. So now it's going to be, we see this season how Real Madrid and Barcelona are losing games against Cádiz, against Elche. We're losing points against teams that never happened before. And we have to play with Hugo Duro.
Where was Hugo Duro last week? I was the whole match and I was super disappointed that
And then
Benzema
Benzema, and then
Benzema
Benzema
recovered.
Made it.
you just
miraculously the night before Benzema made it back to the team. So I was sad.
you let me down, Carlos.
Well, but let's remind that we received an audio from someone from Madrid, which was pretty nice, actually. Yeah.
We should play it. We should
Yeah,
play it.
Benz. But you know what's funny is that Real Madrid, Barcelona, these kind of teams, they are still making to the end thanks to those players like Benzema. You expect Hugo Duro, you expect someone else, but in the end, it's still Benzema or Ramos. It's always the same players, and this says a lot about the new generation of players. Are they champions? Are they good? Or it's just that the old generation was shining too much, and it's really difficult to take your place, a stage. That's one of the things that is crazy for me.
I think this transition of generations, it's being tough. It's not happening. It's like in tennis. They say the big three, Federer, Djokovic, and Nadal. They say no. This year is the end of the big three. It's the end, and next year and again, and you see it's not happening. You still the best players this season. You see about it, like you said. You see Ramos. You see even Piquet's coming back. You see obviously Zlatan and Ronaldo. Even Thiago Silva with 36 years old in Chelsea. So
since you talk about tennis, and you're talking about players with mindset, this is like a Puyol. Apparently, he was just playing tennis, and he has like this huge wall of glass, and to take the ball, he doesn't care. He just run into the glass.
Yeah, so this is paddle. This paddle is becoming a very.
It's paddle. It's paddle. I thought it was tennis.
It's the most popular sport in Spain now. Everyone is playing this. I don't know if you guys tried. It's becoming. I started playing in the first court that they opened in Amsterdam. Now you have, I think, 40 courts in Amsterdam. When I was living in Amsterdam, it was only one. So this is how big it's becoming. This sport. It's amazing. You guys
it is. I still love football more than paddle.
Carlos, is that where? No, that was squash. When you find yourself playing with a very famous footballer, and you send us a picture.
Yeah, actually, maybe I can share.
Wow. If you can share that picture, would be amazing. I mean, I felt so jealous in that moment.
Yeah,
I think I can find that picture so our viewers will know. And the guy played a few balls with us. I told the guy before playing, just be careful with your knee, man. Be careful with your knee.
Not the knee, the ankle. The ankle.
Yeah.
That's what you're looking.
No, you seriously did that. Okay, just look for the picture, please, because now we have to see that.
Yes. Sorry.
Guys, we spoke about cycles. What do you guys think Inter are up to a cycle potentially?
Yeah.
Or is this going to be like a one-season wonder?
I totally think that. Actually, they're putting the basis for some. I mean, I don't know for how long, because that also depends on the I would say the club, not only from let's say from the management, not only from the players and the coach, but I think that there are, let's say, good reasons to believe that they are starting a cycle on their side. And I think that they have also young players like Bastoni, Barella.
I was thinking about that. Yeah. Surely they're going to need a goalkeeper pretty soon. They're going to make a decision. They will need to make a big decision about their next goalkeeper, because Handanovic is like 36 or 37. And that's a big hole that, you're going to have in the defense when he decides to retire.
And not only in terms of like technical terms, but Handanovic also is a great personality.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. But other than that, defense, you got very young players like Bastoni, De Vrij, Skriniar, they're still very young. Yep. The wing backs are covered. Barella is extremely young, also is only 23. And if they manage to hold Lautaro, well, yes, then they could have a very solid backbone for quite a few years.
Nah, but I talked with Barcelona. I had a phone call with them, and Lautaro is going there in Barcelona because he doesn't like Real Madrid. He doesn't like Real Madrid. He wants to go to Barcelona to win.
There's no cash. There is no cash in Barcelona. No money.
No worries.
Go cash
We had a nice
anywhere,
talking.
actually.
We had a nice talking with Barcelona. They will make a room and budget for Lautaro.
You know who's coming? You know who's coming to Barcelona to try to convince Messi to stay? And the reason, vamos, Marco!
That's the guy
look
that
at
is
this.
coming to Barcelona, isn't it?
Carlos playing squash with the legend.
Great guy.
No way.
Great
my
guy.
God, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry right now.
If you're gonna cry, what am I gonna do?
No,
And another guy who was going to play squash, who was there in that area often. Also, I saw many times Ruud Gullit. I also crossed.
Yeah.
wow. But
So-
this guy, little story here. I think I told you already that I risked to become AC Milan support, and this guy is the reason why. I was completely in love with this guy. I wasn't really a kid, but I could not really understand football in a good way. But the way he was playing, I was like jaw dropping every time. So every time that I see this guy, I feel like I was betraying someone.
You were.
And it's funny because we had a chat because I was playing squash with another Italian colleague, and we had a chat on everything when we were playing and talking. Everything was in Italian, so it was quite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, talking
So
about.
did you speak Italian with him?
Yeah. We only spoke Italian actually the whole time. So
No way.
yeah, great guy. Ex-Harlem player.
Also, yeah.
He played for Harlem before that club disappeared. One day we'll talk about that club also.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's a very interesting story. True. Sad story, unfortunately.
So, since we are talking about Van Basten, so guys,
Oh my God!
Well,
You're
look at it.
basically.
this is like my jersey against. I think it's the same. It's the one, right, Matteo? The jersey you're wearing.
Yes, it is the one. It is the one because this one is from 1988-89. No, but maybe not. This one's from the previous season because you see on my jersey we got the Scudetto here.
That's 87.
And on that picture, Napoli has the Scudetto. So the picture is the season 87-88.
88.
Sorry,
Yeah,
87-88, correct? And mine is the following season. But
So-
I mean, we're going to the Pantheon here.
I love the shoes. I love the shoes of Gullit. You remember that old Lotto?
That's
Yes, I
Lotto.
love them.
The old Lotto. Yeah.
They were so popular. I remember in Spain, Davor Zucker was wearing with the green logo of Lotto. They became so popular. You remember Davor Zucker? The Croatian striker.
Yeah, double sugar. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. I remember.
Yeah, I love those shoes.
But well, I'm not showing this picture like just randomly. Of course, I'm showing this picture because we do have
Matteo, I have a proposal. We should rename this podcast
Maradona's
Maradona.
But it's not my fault when it comes to the only big match we have this week, which is actually Milan-Napoli.
It
this
is.
week.
Yeah.
So I don't have much to say.
You don't have much to say. Why?
What can I say? It's when you watch Napoli, it's always 1x2. You never know. They can win, they can lose, they can draw. It's Napoli season is terrible. It's really bad. I don't like the play. All the players are playing, under their level. There are some really important players like Fabian Ruiz, for example. Fabian Ruiz seems like a second division player, super slow, missing a lot of tackles, passing accuracy really low. The same for even Meret as a player. He's showing some problematics when he's on the pitch. And again, so many injuries. We have another injury, and the funny part is the best player always get injured. So now it seems like the defense line was starting to be stable, a little bit more balanced with Ramani. And of course, Ramani got injured and he will not play tomorrow. And who is going to play? My best friend, Nicola Maximovic. My best friend, Nicola Maximovic is going to play. So it's like, wow, you're playing with a player in June will go away because his contract expired in June, will expire in June, and there is not. No, it's not negotiation. Napoli is trying to, and failing, luckily, to renew him for, I think, a couple of years now. And yeah, it's not. But seriously, when Napoli was playing with Sarri on the bench, Sarri sent him to Russia, to Zenit. And I was like, why do you send him to Russia? Because we didn't know him as a player. It's like, you only have Albiol and Koulibaly plus Kirikes. If something happens to them, and Kirikes is not, is like, physically talking, was not the best, I'm like, we still have Maximovic. Now I understand Sarri. After 2 years, I do understand why Maximovic was no player.
He wanted to send him to Siberia. But only some
awful players. It's really awful player. Not clever on the pitch.
Diego, was you the one that shared with us earlier this week the infographic about how the Napoli team was playing without Maximovic and with Maximovic? Or did I see it somewhere else?
It was with me. With Maximovic, okay. Basically, we got 2 goals per game, and without 0.6. So the difference is huge. Yeah,
that says a lot. That says really.
It's a terrible player, guys. It's really, trust me. If you see him play, you understand that play is a Serie B player. It's not a Serie A player. So that's why, Matteo, I don't have much. This morning I woke up and I saw like Romani injured. I was like, what can I say? No Romani, no party.
And actually, some magazines, some newspapers, they're still reporting him as a starter tomorrow. So it's really breaking news that he's injured.
Yeah, it was reported this morning to be injured. He will miss both AC Milan and Roma.
Got it. Okay. Wow.
We are lucky that there is no Juventus in the middle, because Juventus Napoli was postponed to April. Otherwise, it would be like 3 big matches with Maximovic leading the defense line. Whoa. Maybe Manolas will come back. Let's see. Hopefully. So that's my part about Milan-Napoli, Matteo.
Okay. Matteo, what do you think, Matteo? What do you think, Matteo? Tell us.
Can you guys hear me? Oh, okay. I thought I disappeared for a moment. So I was looking at the lineup, guys, and well, AC Milan. What can I say? Up until 2-3 days ago, I was not optimistic at all, because we were missing like 6 starters. We were missing Romagnoli, Theo Hernandez, Benacer, Çalhanoğlu, Ibrahimovic, and I mean, our roster is not so deep. That's what we were saying earlier. So, but after seeing them play against Manchester United, playing with so much personality at Old Trafford, we play way better than Manchester. And now I feel a bit more confident, honestly. It seems that I'm scared to say that we have the worst behind us, because we had a very bad month in February. But at least the team is showing that they have personality. They seem to have recovered a bit of confidence or focus. So, and we're gonna have a couple of those injured players recover tomorrow. Çalhanoğlu is gonna be back. I think also Romagnoli is not gonna play, but that may be good, because we're gonna have Tomori, who's playing very, very well in the middle of defense. We're gonna have Hernandez is also recovered, so the 2 right backs are gonna be Diogo Dalot and Theo Hernandez. Okay. I feel quite good, I have to say.
You're lucky. I don't.
For the first time in a few weeks, I feel good about AC Milan.
It's a proper thing. It's what's happening with Benacer. When is he back? What's happening?
He's still injured. I think he's going to have it for at least a few more, probably a couple weeks more. Ibra as well. Romagnoli is almost recovered.
Well, you have,
is also injured.
But tomorrow you don't have Romagnoli, you don't have Rebic, you don't have Ibrahimovic, you don't have Mandzukic, and you don't have Benacer. Yeah. So they made sure that all each were out of the game.
All the each are out
of the game. Mandzukic, Rebic, which is a good stuff for us. It's a good stuff for us. Unfortunately, we don't have Gulam. That guy is super unlucky.
It's the unluckiest guy in the world. Seriously, I feel sorry for him. That's just crazy, right?
I think he will retire at this point. Will stop his career because he's 29. He will turn 30 this, or maybe he's already 30, Gulam, but he will turn let me check it out. He will turn. It's 31. No, sorry, that's the number of the jersey. 30 years old. Yeah, he just turned. Yeah, on the 1st of February, and dude, that guy is unlucky. He got 3 injuries, big injuries. One left knee, which is the last injured, and the other one 2 times the right injured, the right knee. I don't know. I mean, it's really annoying because he was playing nicely in the last 3 games, but yeah, the guy is unlucky. Really unlucky.
Yeah.
I hope Osimhen will show up again, because in the last game, Osimhen, he made a nice goal, but he missed also a huge goal as well.
He missed an easy one.
I think it's a long way to the real good shape. In the last game, you're right. He was playing better than before. That's for sure. So it's like a hope for improvement, but it's a long way to say you're playing good.
Yeah, absolutely. It's still a long, unfortunately. I'm thinking about other players in other teams like Haaland, for example. I'm thinking like young players on his age. Everywhere they play, they shine, and then there are some players that it takes time. Even Cavani, when he comes, when he arrived to Napoli, I remember in the first period he was not shining. Napoli was skeptical, and then he's just exploded and became Cavani. But there is a big thing to say. Cavani always showed an important technique, and from that point of view, Osimhen, I'm still waiting to see if he has technique or not. And on that point of view, I agree with Carlos that he might not have it at all. But let's see.
Yeah.
I think the player last comment about this game. The player I see on fire now that it's not in the headlines, really, it's Krunic, man. Wow, he's the last 2-3 weeks. I would consider to put him on the starting 11 because he's really in a good shape.
He's really stepping up. He stepped up while he got a chance, and he's playing in a position that, I mean, it's not naturally his, like as a winger. And I have to say, it's one that basically he helped us win in the game last Sunday against Verona, and also against Manchester. He had a very, very nice performance. So let's see if he makes 3 in a row, and that means that we're gonna have another quality substitute. It's really gonna help towards the end of the season, especially if we keep progressing in the Europa League, which, by the way, I really didn't think we were going to do, but again, now I feel much more confident.
You will make it. I think this cup is going to Italy. This cup is going to Milan.
Well, Roma, guys, watch out for Roma.
Roma indeed.
They totally demolished Shakhtar on Thursday night. They won 3-0, and let's not forget that is the team against whom Inter couldn't manage to win in the Champions League group stage.
That would be fun.
To Roma also.
A Milan-Roma final in the Europa League would be fun, actually.
That would be amazing. Wow.
That would be interesting, yeah.
We are underestimating Roma also in the Serie A, I would say.
Yeah.
For the 4th place, yeah.
Okay, moving to Roma, indeed. There is a wonderful interview by La Fonseca about how his view of football is extremely European, differently than other teams, differently than Gattuso, just to say a name, for example. And he is talking about how it's important for him to have players with a European mindset rather than a Serie A mindset. And the question to you is it worth it to have a European mindset for Serie A? Because in Serie A, you have teams like, for example, Atalanta, you have teams like Lazio, those kind of teams that they're pretty Italian way of playing football. And if you don't play, when you play against them, if you don't play like an Italian team, you risk to get 4 goals, 4-0, for example, against. So when it comes to Italy, I was reading this interview, Fonseca said, like, it's extremely important today to have a European mindset. Is that true for Serie A?
I don't know. You said 2 teams, and honestly, Atalanta has so many non-Italian players, right? Also from Belgium, from the Balkans, like Ilicic, like Pasalic. So it's difficult to say. We always tend to the stereotype about Serie A always has been that you cannot score a lot of goals because there is a very good defense and there is a very defensive football. But I think this is not any longer valid. Honestly, I really don't. I think the Serie A has evolved a lot, also because there is a lot of foreign coaches have been in the past years that have changed it. So I think it's I consider it very European football in the sense. But then again, European is a big term because it's quite different, right? From Portugal to France to Spain to Italy. So, but I think it's much more in the line of the rest of the countries now. That specifically, of course, you still see some really Italian teams, right? But then you have to go probably to the lower part, like I don't know, Crotone or. But otherwise, I think the football is much more attractive now, much more offensive, and there is a lot of players who like to play beautiful football. So,
yeah, Atalanta, Roma.
Yeah. If you look at the average of the goals scored in the last 2 seasons, I mean, I don't have the statistics here with me, but I'm pretty sure you would see an increase in the average goals scored per game. We've seen some beautiful games, especially when, the top 2 or top 3 clubs are paired against each other. Think about, the derby Inter Milan back in March, just before the pandemic. It ended 4-2. It was an amazing game. Milan Juventus 4-2 back in the summer. Yep. So it's not true anymore that there's an ultra defensive mindset among most teams. Things are changing, and to answer Diego's questions, to make it to Europe, you need to win in Italy, right? So you need to have the players with a European mindset. But
sorry, Matteo.
What's going on?
I was thinking that we are missing Paolo from the picture today.
You see, today when you're talking about Europe, I really shut up. I really don't.
That's what I say.
The strike is going on.
Win in Italy, right? And at least Juventus did win in Italy many times, many times. Yeah. So, but yeah, I wouldn't talk about the game, to be honest, because there's been so much talk about it. I think the problem is Juventus have a problem with mindset in Europe, right? They seem to lose their focus, their momentum, their concentration, whatever, whenever things get tough. So I wouldn't get more into that, but
I don't think that I think that they are scared somehow. Like they have. I'm trying to make the devil's advocate here, because they are trying to. They need to get over their fears, because that's always like this kind of fear of getting something wrong, and then like every time, sharp in time, comes the big mistake, like last Tuesday. So I think that the mindset it's one of the variables that needs to be accounted for our failure. If you have the right mindset, if you want to win a match, you are focused, you are all on track for that. And I think that that's something that is missing, and we showed that several times in the last years.
Got it. Yeah. I agree on that. I agree. I think it's also an obsession of the club more than the players, because there are a lot of new players.
They might put like some pressure on the players for this, and the players are like feeling this a bit too much. It's a matter of not for sure like skills, because I don't think that those are missing. It's a matter of mindset. It's a matter of approach to the match. Like, you need to win 1-0 to pass the match. You cannot aim to the 1-0. You should aim to the 3-0. So that
I have a question for you, Paolo. Sorry to interrupt you. Can also be that Juventus squad is overvaluated.
In which sense?
The media in Italy are talking about Juventus like it's the team to beat, but you lost this season. You already lost against many teams, and you lost like even sometimes badly. Maybe media are creating too much noise among like Cristiano Ronaldo way of
you know what, that's I think that's the expectations that are
too high.
Yes, like I mean, the numbers in the previous years are kind of refreshing, like kind of relieving for Juventus supporters. But apart from Europe, of course, but like getting closer there, like makes you hope that you can go better the next season. But this is not true since 2017, I would say.
Okay.
Because when from the last season of Allegri later on, we kept winning the Scudetto, but if you see also in the other competitions, not only the Champions League, also for example Coppa Italia, we are not really aiming to win everything, even if there is always this obsession with the triplete stuff. For sure, the club has a role on this because they're setting not ambitions, but setting expectations, which is different.
Well, Cristiano Ronaldo was the setting expectation. Master, who say,
but that's the wrong expectation. I mean, you should set an ambition and then you should build a team that goes to that goal. But you don't have to set expectations, in my opinion, because if you set expectations just because you bought a player, you're both betraying your supporters and the club and the players themselves. Because it's not something that you can really, we have this player, now we are going to win everything. No, it's not that the
not that easy.
The point.
It's not that easy for one.
No. Yeah. And the results are actually proving what we are saying. Like winning Scudetto for 3 years in a row does not mean that you have a winning mindset at all. Even if it's the only thing that we care about, as they used to say in Juventus house. I don't think that that's the mindset.
I think also on top of the mindset, which I fully agree with you, Paolo, it's also that Serie A in the last 10 years only have Napoli, which I don't believe being an important opposite, for Juventus. And when they face European teams, they have these just challenges playing against even smaller teams, because in the last 3 times, Ajax, Porto, and Lyon are surely on paper, underdogs compared to what Juventus can display.
You know what? That's the confirmation of the mindset. Like Ajax,
indeed.
Lyon, and Porto, when they are with a winning mindset, maybe Porto a bit less than the other 2, but Lyon and Ajax did. And the fact that you say that in Italy we didn't have like a really big opponent in like a competitor in the
last 10 years.
Yes, we basically had like a easy life, domestically speaking, and that maybe made us thought that we were beyond expectation. Actually, we reached the final twice, so it means that somehow we were a really good team. But the mindset there was something. Okay, then when it comes to the final, we all know what is the curse of Juventus. You can tease me as much as you want, but at least the mindset back there was a winning mindset. It was something. Okay, let's play really until the end, as our motto says. It's not true anymore. It's not true anymore in the last years.
Guys, if you think it's a trend similar to what I see in France with PSG, they are also totally obsessed with the Champions League. They spend much more money than Juventus to reach it, but still they have basically no opposition domestically.
So and they lost the final.
And they lost the final.
And they lost the final. The similar situation. But there is an opposite example, which is Bayern Munich. I mean, yes, they sometimes have like some opponents. Like this year, they have Leipzig. Nevertheless, they won. They were able to win the Champions League. So I really go back to Paolo. It's probably mindset is just that, and we know like German teams, they generally, also the national teams, they generally, they never stop. They always try. They are really perseverant in trying, and sometimes they make it. Probably the Italian mindset, and in this case Juventus mindset, is just too far from Europe still. It could be, because we have a lot of cases. Napoli with Gattuso just basically walking away in that way, like really not even fighting against Granada. Same last year, and Lazio against Bayern Munich. There is no match there. So it's something that I hope will change in future. But yeah, so we should have a little talk about Barcelona and Atletico Madrid. Can we talk about Barcelona and Atletico Madrid?
About who of the two is going to win the league? Or
do you still think Real Madrid is out of the game?
Yeah, no. In last Christmas, I was having a chat here with my friends, and we always bet money and predictions. And I long time ago, I said, and they couldn't believe it because of the situation back then. I don't want to put a medal on me now, but I said Barcelona will win this league, because if you see about the trends, it's incredible how in the biggest crisis, reconstruction, disaster, blah blah blah, they are second in the league, and they still have to play against Atletico and Real Madrid, right? Direct games. So, and now obviously they're out of the Champions League, so the only main goal left is to win the league. And Atletico, they're scared. They are feeling the vertigo. They won the other day, last Wednesday. They won. They were losing 0-1 and they won 2-1 against Bilbao. So a lot of credit to them. But still, I'm not sure if they can hold this for 2-3 more months. The gap with Barcelona and Madrid. I'm confused. I still believe Barcelona will make it in the end. Now they have this boost from the new president, and they got this. I don't know if you guys watched the semi-final of the Copa del Rey against Sevilla. Yeah. It was a miracle, literally a miracle. So they are having this little boost. I know they lost against PSG, but honestly, if you watch the game against PSG, they could have easily got it back 1-4. Just the penalty. This is the thing about Messi, right? What everybody says. He always misses the penalty in the most important moment. When he missed the penalty in the final of Copa America with Argentina, he missed the semi-final of Champions League with Chelsea, he missed the penalty against PSG when it's 1-1 in the first half. So it's, and you see his statistics about scoring penalties is not that good. So I think it was a mistake to let him shoot that penalty. It should have been somebody else. But they play so good that game that I know the result was 1-1, but they could, without Keylor Navas, with the goalkeepers PSG used to have before, like Areola, it could have been a remontada like the one they did. You remember the famous 6-1 against PSG also. So
yeah, of course.
So they're in a very good moment. Barcelona is in a very good moment. And Ronald Koeman, I think now he got the confidence that the new president told him, okay, you are staying, because the new president was saying that if I win the elections, I will bring. They are talking about Nagelsmann, the coach of Leipzig, but in the end, it seems that Koeman at least is going to get one more season. So, and they are bringing Agüero for free, which is the best friend of Messi, to try to convince him to stay. So it's building a good team. Let's see if Atletico will hold the gap. I don't know what you guys think. Who's going to win the league?
I think the Liga will be decided on the 11th of April, when there is the Clásico. At that point, Atletico will face, I think, Sevilla maybe, and at that point it will be like interesting, because you have again Atletico Madrid facing like a smaller opponent, even though they can make it to Champions League. Sevilla can make it to Champions League, but then the Clásico will be the moment, because there are only 2 points difference today between Real Madrid and Barcelona, and well, I think both of them will win this week. I think Barcelona is fighting against the last in the league. I didn't even know. I just learned a new team which is called
Huesca.
I never heard Huesca before this year. So that's what I think. I still think Atletico Madrid, that Diego Cholo Simeone will make it. And I honestly, I hope that it would be nice to have, fresh air also in the Liga.
It could be. I think it might happen, but it's going to be super tight. It's going to be 1 or 2 points difference.
It is.
Like now, yeah.
And that's make it beautiful, right? Different than. Yeah.
This year to watch La Liga, it's really fun. Like I said, Cádiz beat Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Atletico. A team like Cádiz that just came out of the second league. So how amazing is that? So it's a lot of fun to watch. But and And now the two cups, the two finals of Copa del Rey are happening in 2 weeks because they're playing the one from last year. So that's going to be fun to watch now in April, actually. So yeah, let's see, guys. But when are we talking about Juventus Porto, guys? I'm still waiting about the Champions League.
Next year, Juventus Porto will be the final of Champions League, so we can talk again next year.
And we're going to lose it.
Well, maybe you can win. You never know.
I was joking, guys. I was joking. I think it's going to be...
I'm not. I was serious. I was serious. Sorry, Paolo. Don't hate me that much.
Guys, remember how Porto won the Champions League? They started like this, slowly, and then they won the Champions League.
Yes.
And let's underline that they won with a coach, then won the triplete with the jersey you're actually wearing. So
I knew you were going there.
Yeah, well, you see, like he's playing Napoli, Milan, Inter, and Ghost Juventus.
Yeah,
nice. Anyway,
guys, we have reached the 1 hour mark. I think this is our longest podcast ever, but lot to talk about. Absolutely. So, Paolo, I think you could show yourself. Come on, just at the end.
I want, guys. I want to strike, and this is gonna be end up soon. Don't worry. But
okay, cool.
Just for the sake of coherence. For this Saturday, I'm not gonna show up my face. Lucky for you, by the way. Lucky you, because I'm not really a good guy to be watched on screen. Maybe.
All right. Well, then,
Matteo, give me 5 seconds. We just had one question, really quick question from Renato. Hi, Renato. Who said basically? We asked who's gonna be the favorite to win the Champions League. Who's going to win the Champions League and the Europa League? Just like, let's say, let's close with the team.
Okay, I'm going to go for a Bayern double.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Both for the Europa League and...
So, Champions League is going to be Bayern. Or what about Europa League?
Europa League... Wow, Europa League, it's complicated. Hey, you know what? No, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to go with Tottenham.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm blatantly lying at this moment. I don't want to say what I think. Anyway.
Milan.
I'm gonna say what I think, and actually, I'm sorry, Matteo. I'm really sorry. Most likely, the Manchester, it's not in a good position right now, let's say, on the first leg, second leg. But it's the most quoted one to, at least on paper, to go for the win. If not Manchester, I will go for Roma, guys. Roma made a really good impression in the Europa League.
Carlos?
Yeah, I think for Champions League, Bayern Munich for sure. It's the easy choice. I think I would have to, not even 99%, I would say 100% Bayern has to win this because the rest of the teams in Europe are like, I don't see anybody making anything special there, to be honest. Maybe Man City, but Man City has the same issue in Europe every year, right? So, and then in Europa League, I guess maybe, the underdog that no one is talking about and is playing beautiful football is going there is Villarreal. I think Villarreal could be a underdog. But I think Milan might make it. Milan might make it this year. I hope so.
Of course, I agree with Carlos and Matteo for the Champions League one.
Okay.
And Diego is going to say Granada for Europa League.
I would. Actually, I was about to say Villarreal for UEFA League, but for bad luck, I say Manchester United. When it comes to champions, I want to guess, and this is a guess, PSG this year is going to surprise everyone.
So they're going to win the Champions League before Juventus. Wow.
Before Juventus and to continue the World Cup situation.
Well, they spend a lot of money. It's about time that they win something.
That's also true. Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. Cool. I guess that it's really all for today, guys. Thanks everybody for being with us. Thanks to Diego, to Carlos, to Paolo's spirit, which was with us today.
Yes.
And we're gonna get ready for a nice weekend of football, starting with Sassuolo Verona 3 p.m. today. Pretty interesting one. And of course, the match day will climax with tomorrow's Milan-Napoli, 8:45 p.m. Italy time, of course, to close the match week. For us, we're going to be talking to each other again in 1 week. So speak soon. And
ciao, guys.
Ciao, ciao.
From my ghost. Ciao.
Bye. Bye. Thank you, guys. Bye.